right, good morning everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition, well, probably not so exciting edition and somewhat of a disappointing edition of Going Places with K and J. My name is Chris. Do me a favor, like, view, and subscribe, and help myself and my wife make this YouTube channel into something very special. Basically, we're a couple of empty nesters who are just enjoying ourselves, seeing the world, seeing the country, and making YouTube videos on the way with the express intent of encouraging other people, whether you have kids at home or not, to do the same thing, to really invest in your relationship. But I would like to point out to you that I am alone on this trip. First off, where I am on Virginia Beach, Virginia. And the reason I'm here is for the next month or so, Jenny and I will not be empty nesters. Our Navy kid is finishing up his training here in Virginia and will be coming home for the next month or so. So kind of as a spoiler, in about a month, Jenny and I will be loading up the car. We're loading up Navy kid's car and taking him up to Washington State, where he will be doing his next tour, or his duty station. Tour of duty, I don't think is the proper term there. But so Jenny and I will be taking a kind of little mini trip and seeing some stuff, seeing the northwestern U.S., someplace we've never been before, so we're looking forward to that. But excuse me, oh my goodness. As I get older, I notice that from time to time I will just start almost uncontrollably choking for no apparent reason. Don't really like that. But so today is Friday, and I've been pretty much going around a few places in Virginia, taking pictures over the last couple of days. But as you can see, it is very overcast. It's pretty much rained the whole time I've been here. But I have managed to see a few things. I managed to go out to the Virginia Outer Banks yesterday, across the Chesapeake Bay, and went to a little town very briefly called Cape Charles. And to be honest with you, the motto, or whatever you want to say, for Virginia is Virginia is for lovers. And quite honestly, I haven't gotten that until now. Virginia Beach is very nice, but again, Jenny and I have spent quite a bit of time down in Florida, and there's not really an off season in Florida. There's always people there, but quite honestly, there's an off season here. If you go out on the main street where all the little businesses are, it's so weird, because the places, the surf shops, in other words, where you buy your trinkets and bodyboards and, you know, swimsuit covers up and t-shirts and stuff like that, are all open. But most of the food places are not. So if you come to Virginia Beach in the off season, and it is the very end of March, you're gonna have some hard times finding some places to eat. I think there's a Domino's, there's a Taco Bell, but all the little restaurants along the beachfront here, not open. Haven't seen one yet. So just a little bit of advice. But so I haven't really gotten that the vibe of Virginia is for lovers. But I'll tell you what, yesterday I did. When I went out to the Western Banks, or excuse me, the Virginia Outer Banks, I guess that would be the Eastern Banks, but it's called the Outer Banks, and went to Cape Charles, I actually did, because at that particular moment, and I'm not sure if it's because you know, because I haven't seen Jenny in several days, but I did very much begin to miss my wife. It did actually have more of a romantic feel to it than Virginia Beach does. Here's a good example of things that are closed. Little amusement park over there. Again, I was just sat there just like that the whole time. It's not even lit up at night. I mean, you'd think you'd light it up at night or something, but they don't do that. But I began to miss Jenny yesterday quite a bit. And I think it's not only that the Cape Charles was very quaint and very beautiful, although it was raining buckets and I could barely get out of the car. But over the last, right before I left on this trip, it is a Friday, I left my home on a Monday, flew out here. Jenni and I began to just kind of almost be like teenagers again. I'm going to miss you, that sort of thing. And it occurred to me that Jenni and I, although we've been together over 30 years, we've been married almost 30 years. I think this year is, our marriage is 28 or 29. This will be, as of August 28th or 29th anniversary. I don't even remember. I have to add that. But Jenni and I, have almost entered back into an infatuation phase in our relationship, to where, to be honest with you, I really like spending a lot of time around her. I just like being around her. I don't think I don't need me time. I mean, there's me time, but let me explain. I mean, I really don't. It's like we just like being around each other. I mean, our kind of our motto is that every day is date night. I mean, we go to the gym together, we hang out each other, we eat every meal together, and we just have a lot of fun. I mean, everything is fun with us. The gym is fun, dinner is fun, just hanging out at the house is becoming more fun every day. But we have really entered back into that infatuation part. But the one thing I've noticed, it's a healthy infatuation, is if when you're young and you're maybe in your first or second relationship, infatuation can be very unhealthy, because it comes with a lot of insecurity and jealousy and things like that. If you're not with somebody and they're with hanging out with friends or family or whatever, you can feel very jealous, you can feel left out, and it leads to a lot of very negative feelings. Infatuation can be, and usually is, especially with younger people, very jealous and very uncomfortable, and it's just awful. It's just awful, because honestly, I've been there. But now that Jenni and I are older, we have entered back into that infatuation stage, but it is healthy, because Jenni's not here right now because she couldn't get the time off work. And so I'm here by myself. Would I love her here? Yes. But healthy infatuation means you can spend time away from each other, and you don't have the jealousy and you don't have the insecurities. You have the loneliness. I'm several hours away from going to get my kid. And so, yeah, it's rainy, I'm a little lonely, but at the same time, I'm here to do a job, and I'm here to get our kid, home, and I'm not going to be lonely for long, because he's going to be with me for the next couple of days. And I can go to the gym by myself. Jenni can go to work by herself, and there's no insecurities. That's just life, that's adult life. And it's kind of refreshing that you can be infatuated with somebody, love their company, want to be around them all the time, but not have those jealousies and insecurities that often comes with a younger relationship. So this time in Virginia has really caused me to reflect on my relationship, and the fact that, I just like being around my wife all the time, but it's not weird. It's not uncomfortable, it's not jealous, it's not insecure. It's because we truly do have a very good and strong relationship. And that's why we like being around each other all the time. And I'll be honest with you, I want to be a professional YouTuber. I want to be a professional photographer. But at the same time, this YouTube channel is not just for those things. If I became a professional in all these things and I wasn't able to maintain or to strive for my main goal of, inspiring other people to invest in a relationship, spend time with their spouses, then quite honestly, if it was a commercial success, it would still be a failure in my mind. So I just want to encourage everybody that to get out there and spend time with your spouse, to enjoy each other, whether the kids are at home or not, because quite honestly, if you don't invest the time before the kids leave home, when they do leave home and you're by yourselves, it may be too late. And then after the fact, it is so amazing to have your kids out of the house, but they come back. Like, for example, I had lunch with or dinner with the Navy kid last night, and my wife had dinner with our daughter back in Colorado, and we're just having a good time. And we always enjoy our kids coming home, but it's kind of like being a grandparent with your own children, because you get to spoil them and then send them away. It's the most amazing thing ever. And yet we still have wonderful relationships with both of our children. I mean, they honestly couldn't be better, I don't think. So for now, I'm gonna show you the beach one more time, the dreary, rainy sky, and then head back to the room and probably go back to bed, because what else am I going to do right now? I got to get the rental car returned later and business as usual. But now I know why Virginia is for lovers, because if your lover's not here, quite honestly, it can be a little bit lonely. But I guess that would go for anywhere, wouldn't it?